Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 1 at Goodison today. Disappointing result. Obviously, a late equaliser rescues something, but how we'd got ourselves into that mess in the first place is beyond me. The team, pretty much what you would have expected, to be fair. Tom Davies obviously come on last week. When Demarai was injured at Villa, he kept his place in the team. There was no place for Onana. He was on the bench. And Rondon come into the side. And the manager went with, Dwight McNeil dropped out, Demarai Gray and Anthony Gordon playing wide. And Everton actually started the game quite well, I thought. There was a good zip to the game. We looked to try and get at them in wide areas. Joe Waddle should have been booked in the opening 80 seconds for a sheer pull, which I'm almost certain is an automatic yellow. Certainly that's how it's portrayed. But Andre Mariner, who's obviously an awful referee anyway, didn't give it. He gave the free kick, didn't book him. And Everton had the chance straight away, a curling free kick from Demarai Gray, and I'm still not sure how Tom Davies didn't connect with it at the far post. And there was a few of them throughout the game. Anthony Gordon stung the fingertips of Henderson in goal. He made a good save. And Everton looked absolutely to the final third. The first 20, it was one-way traffic, really. Forest were struggling to get out their own half. And then Anthony Gordon got himself booked stupidly. Instead of just continuing to chase a Forest player, he just chopped them down and got a deserved yellow card for it. And that kind of knocked us out of our stride a little bit. Shouldn't have done, but it did. And it knocked him certainly out of his stride. And he was more subdued after that. And Forest got into the game. And Jordan Pickford had to make one decent save that he palmed out. The other one was more of a back pass after James Tarkowski had, for some reason, thought he was going to dribble out and gave the ball away, and it ended up being a powder puff shot which Pickford saved. And Everton, it was like this in the first two games, really. I, from my perspective, and it is only my perspective, watching them, there is clearly a structure in place. They look fine defensively. They don't look like they're going to get pulled all over the place, which is a bonus. But when they get up to the final third, there's just nothing there. Rondon, all right, he come on, he had a good 15 minutes of Villa last week. But when I say good, I mean he was in the right areas and he knows that's where you're supposed to stand. But he offered nothing for us today. But there's no other choice at the moment for the manager. And the manager's part of this, because we sold Richarlison, whatever it was, 7-8 weeks ago, and we've not replaced them. And games are getting written off. That's the third game we've played now already this season. We haven't had a strike in any of them, really. And it's clear to see there's just nothing in that top end of the pitch. There's no goals in the team, regardless of what players we've brought in. Dwight McNeil on the bench doesn't score goals. Demarai Gray and Anthony Gordon, okay, maybe they get 5 or 6 maybe a season. No midfielders don't score. Iwobi, and he was excellent today for me, Alex Iwobi. There's no goals there. Tom Davies doesn't score goals. Rondon doesn't. So where are your goals coming from? That's the big fear, I think, that a lot of Evertonians have got. Like I said, I think structurally, I think the way we're playing the game, there was loads of lovely movements in the first half, nice little angles created at times, got in round the back a couple of times and hesitated with putting the ball into the box. So it's something that needs addressing immediately. We got in at half, we'd had another chance, the Demarai Gray free kick, whipped in. Henderson did well to smuggle it away. They got a couple of blocks in. We went in at half time, and although we'd done all right, there was a bit of disappointment we hadn't got the goal. And we come out for the second half, and it was more of the same. Forest were struggled at times to get out of their own half and create anything meaningful. But for us, with 2 of their players, like Nico Williams and Joe Waddle, were both on yellow cards, and Anthony Gordon or Demarai Gray didn't try and run them one-on-one. They were quicker than both of them. Waddle's a good organiser, he ain't quick. And they also had you know, the players at the back weren't quick, and we just never got ourselves in those positions where we'd get away from them. They will have done their homework. I thought what they did do well was when we tried to pass out from the back, they pressed really well, high, and obviously Brennan Johnson's quick as well, so he carries a threat. But he didn't really cause us any issues, and they would, you know, although Henderson's ended up making 8 saves, I think it was, they will say that they weren't really hanging on either, and that's been, you know, Everton have had opportunities in all 3 games to win the game. The Chelsea game, they had an opportunity to score at 0-0, and then they had opportunities to equalise. Villa away last week, opportunities, didn't take them at 0-0, fell behind, then loads of opportunities at the end to equalise, didn't do it. And Everton today at 0-0 had quite a few where they should have done better with. But it's like a broken record, you know, and we ended up going behind. You know, Forest, they come into it a little bit after about 75 minutes. They kind of got a bit more confidence, and then they become, you know, their manager made a couple of changes. Morgan Gibbs-White come on, give them that little bit of energy in the midfield, you know, want little give and goes, and they started to look threatening then in wide areas, and he got the goal, a strike from the edge of the box. Jordan Pickford, I feel like I might be being harsh, but I thought he should have dealt with it better. He just pushed it back out to Brennan Johnson. Now, I'm not a goalie, so I might be being really harsh there, but I was very disappointed with him. He pushed it out to the place where the danger was, and Brennan Johnson slotted it nicely and give Forest the lead, and then you just thought, here we go, you know, another defeat from a game where we looked like we could get the first goal and win it. But, you know, they hung on in there and got themselves an equaliser. Jordan Pickford with an assist, a long ball over, it's a fantastic ball over the top, to be fair. And Demarai Gray coming in from the angle, fantastic first touch, ran on and slotted it beyond Henderson. And although he did annoy me that it took a while to get back to the halfway line when the momentum and the buzz of the crowd. And then Everton had opportunities to win it in injury time. You know, we'd had a cup force that, you know, there was one where each player took about 15 minutes to have a shot in the box and passed it. Forest done really well and smothered it out. And then we got ourselves a couple of corners and wasted them. And then we had one glorious opportunity for Anthony Gordon, where the ball's through, he's in with the keeper comes out, and the only thing Henderson's going to do is try and make himself big, and Gordon's just got a toe poke it past him, run past him, and he's in on goal, and it'd be a penalty because they'd go for it, or they'd have to leave me, he'd have a tap, and he didn't. He tried to lift it over Henderson, who blocked it well, and that was the chance gone. We got a corner right at the death, which Henderson caught comfortably, and that was it. And we've got a point. I mean, when you're looking for positives, we've got a point out of a game that we conceded the goal with 10 minutes to play. And that's all you can really say. The disappointment is having no cutting edge in the final third. It really is. Forest will be disappointed they've not won it when you scored that late. But from our perspective, the point was the least we deserved. We had 19 attempts at goal, 8 saves from Henderson. We should have got more out the game. But we've got a point, and you'd have to go on to the next one. But it is frustrating. It's frustrating that we've not addressed the big elephant in the room, and that is no strikers. There's nothing in the club that is good. It's going to be good enough until Dom gets back, and he's 4-6 weeks away still. We can't just keep writing games off. Going to be all right when Dom comes back. We can't. Now the club are trying to do something right now, but it needs to be quick because games are running out. They're just my thoughts anyway. Thanks for watching. Man of the match, sorry, before we go, I'm going to give it to Alex Iwobi. I thought overall he was very good. Couple of stray passes at times when he done really well, but I thought he was brilliant all day. So Alex Iwobi is my man of the match. Thanks for watching. See you later.